Your attitude determines your altitude, not your credentials, not your resume, not your degree. Let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone with multiple degrees, impressive titles, and a polished resume who was still stuck, still unhappy, still underpaid, underutilized, or overlooked? Now contrast that with someone who may not have a college education, but shows up early, works hard, smiles through setbacks, and keeps asking how they can add more value. Who do you bet on over the long term? This is not a speech against education. Education is important, but it is not enough. What truly separates people who win in life from those who coast or collapse is not IQ, not GPA, not pedigree. It's attitude. You see, your degree might open a door, but it's your attitude that keeps the door open. Your degree may get you a meeting, but it's your energy, your hunger, your problem-solving mindset that gets you the opportunity. Attitude is the invisible force that shapes every outcome in your life. It colors how you see problems, how you face adversity, how you treat people, how you lead, how you bounce back when things fall apart. And in a world of uncertainty, competition, and constant change, attitude is the edge. We live in a time where technical knowledge becomes outdated quickly. Industries change, tools change, platforms shift. Hay evolves. Degrees can't keep up with the speed of transfer. But attitude is timeless. It's your anchor and your engine, both stabilizing and propelling you forward. Think about it. Who gets promoted in a company? The most skilled. Sometimes, but more often, it's the person who shows up with solutions, who lifts the energy in the room, who takes initiative without being asked, who listens, adapts, improves. That's attitude. That's what companies and leaders and clients pay for, whether they realize it or not. A bad attitude is expensive. It ruins teamwork, slows progress, and repels opportunity. But a great attitude, it's magnetic, it invites growth, it accelerates results, it opens doors you never even knew existed. Here's the truth. Most people don't want to hear it. You are where you are today, largely because of your attitude. Your finances, your relationships, your health, your career, all of it has been shaped by how you think, feel, and respond to life's challenges. Blaming circumstances is easy, but it's a trap. Because the moment you believe your life is dictated by forces outside your control, you stop growing. You wait, you hope, you shrink, but attitude gives you back your power. You can't control everything, but you can control your response. You can't change your past, but you can change your perspective. You can't always choose what happens, but you can always choose what it means. This shift from victim to owner, from passive to proactive, is the foundation of real success. When I was younger, I didn't have a college degree. I had new connections, no real opportunities, but I had a decision. I could complain, or I could compete, I could whine, or I could win. So I chose to change my attitude. I decided to see every job as a training ground, every struggle as a classroom, every person I met as a mentor. That shift made all the difference. And it can make the difference for you too. Right now, no matter what's in your bank account, no matter what's on your resume, no matter what others think of you, you can choose to upgrade your attitude, because your attitude is not fixed. It's a choice you make daily, hourly, in every situation, and the compound effect of a strong attitude over time, it's staggering. Think about the opportunities you could unlock if you just showed up with more enthusiasm, more ownership, more curiosity, more disciplina, more belief in yourself and others. That's what makes people remember you. That's what gets you hired. Promoted, invited, respected. Attitude isn't just emotional, it's strategic. It drives behavior. And behavior drives results. You say you want to change your life. Start by changing your inner dialogue. What do you say to yourself when you wake up? What do you focus on when things go wrong? What story are you telling about your setbacks? Your degree is a document, but your attitude is a decision. And that decision, moment by moment, determines the quality of your actions, the consistency of your habits, the resilience of your mindset. Attitude is the soil from which all your results grow. Plant fear and doubt, and you'll harvest excuses. Plant faith and discipline, and you'll harvest success. Now let's get practical. How do you actually build an unstoppable attitude? It begins with responsibility. Stop outsourcing your emotions. No one else is in charge of your happiness. Your focus, your drive, that's yours. Own it. Then, practice gratitude. It's not fluffy, it's powerful. Grateful people are resilient people. They see opportunity where others see obstacles. They focus on what they have, not what they lack. That focus creates momentum. Next, adopt a learning mindset. Attitude thrives in growth. If you believe you can improve, if you believe you can adapt, if you believe you can learn anything with enough time and effort, you become unstoppable. When you stop seeing failure as personal and start seeing it as feedback, everything shifts. You no longer avoid mistakes, you use them. You no longer fear judgment, you outgrow it. You no longer chase approval, you pursue mastery. Your attitude is either your ally or your enemy. It's either amplifying your effort or sabotaging your potential. And here's the kicker. People feel your attitude before they understand your words. You walk into a room and your energy speaks. Are you solution-focused or problem-obsessed? Are you eager or entitled? Are you a thermostat that sets the tone or a thermometer that reacts to it? In today's world, energy is currency. Attitude is leverage. Degrees can be bought, but attitude must be built. You can't fake it forever. Eventually, who you are shows up in what you do and how you do it. So start now. Audit your attitude. Ask yourself, am I grateful or resentful? Am I proactive or reactive? Am I curious or closed off? Am I coachable or defensive? Am I focused or distracted? And most importantly, am I showing up as the person I'd want to hire, follow, or invest in? Because that's the test. That's the standard. That's how people decide whether to trust you with opportunity or responsibility. Leadership. It's not your diploma on the wall. It's your discipline in the day. So raise your standard for your thoughts, for your habits, for your emotional state. Don't wait for someone to validate your worth. Don't wait for life to hand you permission. Decide you are valuable. Decide you are resourceful. Decide you are a contributor. And then prove it with action. Because attitude is not just internal. It's behavioral. It's visible. It's measurable. How do you speak to others? How do you respond when things go wrong? How do you carry yourself when no one's watching? All of that communicates something. All of that builds or breaks trust. All of that compounds over time into either influence or irrelevance. In the real world, people follow energy. They hire energy. They promote energy. They invest in people who make them feel more confident, more hopeful, more capable. Be that person. And it has nothing to do with your degree. The person who makes things happen, even when they don't feel like it, is the one who rises. The person who brings solutions instead of complaints, who sees failure as fertilizer for success, who wakes up and says, let's get better today, is the one who builds a life. Others only talk about, because here's the secret, every high achiever knows talent is a multiplier, but attitude is the foundation. If the foundation is weak, everything else crumbles. You can be the smartest person in the room, but if you're negative, entitled, or emotionally volatile, people won't follow you. Clients won't trust you. Leaders won't promote you. Opportunities won't stick. Because attitude leaks, it bleeds into every conversation, every email, every moment. You can sense someone's attitude in their tone of voice, in their body language, in the way they respond to setbacks or success. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do with it. That's the power of attitude. You want to go further in life. Check your attitude first. Before you change your wardrobe, your resume, your location, change your attitude. That's the root. Everything else is fruit. You want to earn more. Upgrade your service mindset. Give more than expected. Bring energy to every room. Turn friction into flow. That's attitude. You want to lead. Then model optimism. Speak vision. Set the emotional tone when others want to spiral. Show what steadiness looks like under pressure. That's attitude. You want to build wealth. Start by refusing to think like a victim. Refuse to play small. Refuse to let the past define the future. That's attitude. It's the quiet difference that makes all the difference. And here's the good news, attitude is free. It doesn't care where you went to school, who your parents were, or what you did in the past. It's a daily decision available to everyone, but it must be trained just like a muscle, just like a skill. Train your attitude every day. When you face a challenge, ask, what's the opportunity here? When you hit a wall, ask, what's this teaching me? When someone criticizes you, ask, what can I learn from this and what do I need to let go? When the future feels uncertain, say, I'm built for change. I adapt, I lead, I thrive. Repetition is how you rewire, and rewiring your thoughts rewires your life. This is not positive thinking for the sake of feeling good. This is strategic thinking for the sake of building resilience, resourcefulness, and long-term results in any organization. The person who grows fastest isn't always the one with the best credentials. It's the one with the best attitude. The one who shows up with enthusiasm, who asks better questions, who takes ownership before placing blame, who finds reasons to act instead of excuses to wait. That's the person others remember. That's the person who outpaces competitors and outgrows limitations. So let me ask you, what's the story your attitude is telling the world? Is it one of power or passivity, of solutions or stagnation, of purpose or panic? Because whether you realize it or not, your attitude is setting the tone for your entire life. It shows up in how you talk to your partner at the end of a long day. It shows up in how you respond to criticism when your ego is bruised. It shows up in how you treat the person who can't do anything for you. And most importantly, it shows up in how you talk to yourself when no one else is around. That's the battleground. That's where attitude is formed, in your inner dialogue. You can't have an external life of excellence if your internal world is a loop of doubt, blame, and fear. So change the script, affirm strength, not weakness, affirm growth, not guilt, affirm direction, not distraction. You are not defined by your degree, your job title, or your past decision. You are defined by your current direction, and your direction is determined by your dominant attitude. Every day is a vote. Every thought is a seed. Every response is a reflection of who you're becoming. So become the kind of person others can count on. Become someone who elevates the room. Who gets better under pressure? Who sees possibilities where others see problems? Become that, and the world will open doors you never even knocked on, because people follow attitude. Markets reward attitude. Teams are built on attitude. Your success in every area rises or falls with it. So stop waiting for permission. Stop apologizing for effort. Stop shrinking for fear of standing out. Instead, rise with confidence. Act with integrity. Speak with clarity. Serve with enthusiasm. This is not just about your job. It's about your legacy, because long after the degrees fade, the accolades gather dust, and the trends pass, your attitude remains. It becomes your reputation, your brand, your magnetism. So guard it fiercely, feed it wisely, sharpen it daily, and lead with it unapologetically. Because in the final analysis, it won't be your diploma that defines your impact, it will be your determination. Not your GPA, but your grit. Not your resume, but your resilience. And not your status, but your spirit. Attitude is everything. And when you master it, everything changes.